Hare Krishna, welcome to all the devotees in today's session of the Secrets of Bhagavad Gita. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So today we are going to discuss Bhagavad Gita chapter 2, text number 42 and 43 from Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur's commentary. So far we have discussed these verses from Srila Prabhupada's purports. Once again I will just recite the verses and their translation, and then we will come to Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. यामिमां पुष्पितां वाचं प्रवदन्त्यविपश्चितः वेदवादरताः पार्थ नान्यदस्तीति वादिनः कामात्मानः स्वर्गपरा जन्म कर्म फलप्रदां क्रियाविशेषबहुलां भोगैश्वर्यगतिं प्रति. Translation by Divine Guru Srila Prabhupada. Men of small knowledge are very much attached to the flowery words of the Vedas, which recommend various fruity activities for elevation to heavenly planets, result in good birth, power, and so forth. Being desirous of sense gratification and opulent life, they say that there is nothing more than this. Okay, so today let us discuss Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur's comments. Shri Vishwanath Tasmad avyavasayinah sakama karminas tu ati mandaha iti aha yamimam iti. Tasmad. Shri Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur gives the reason that because of this avyavasayinah. Avyavasayinah means those who are not determined on the path of Nishkama Karma Yoga or Bhakti Yoga. So, what do they do? And first of all, who they are? Sakam Karmana. So, they are karmis. Uh, Nishkama Karma Yogis are also they are also performing karma. So, in one sense, they are also karmi, but they are not Sakama Karmi. So, they perform their prescribed duties, their prescribed karma according to Varna and Ashram, but they try to get rid of uh, the attachment to those attachment to the results of those activities. Whereas Sakam karmis, they want to enjoy the fruits of their prescribed duties. So, and we will see why this word tasmad has been used here. It's giving the reason. Vishnu Chakravarti gives the reason because of this these foolish people, Sakam karmis, have been condemned here. So, what was the reason? We'll have to go to the text number 41. In text number 41, it was said that vyavasayatmika buddhir ekeh kuru nandana bahushaka yanantascha buddhayah avyavasayinam. So those uh, on the path of bhakti yoga or nishkam karma yoga, they are very much determined. So their resolution is very firm, and because of that, uh, they are safe. Whereas those who are not uh, having this vyavasayatmaka buddhi or determination or determined resolution, then they have multi-branch intelligence. So Bahushaka Anantasha. The Bahushaka means they have their intelligence is divided into many branches. So they uh, do not come to the conclusion of Bhakti Yoga or Nishkam Karma Yoga, and instead of that, they think of so many things, just like uh, getting promoted to heavenly planets and performing their karmas, the prescribed duties, with the desire that they will be uh, getting good birth or power, beauty, health, and this and that, so many things. So they are doing all these things only for sense gratification. But that is not the case with Nishkam Karma Yogi or Bhakti Yogi. And that is why Tasmat, because of Sakam Karmis are not having Vyavasayitmika Buddhi or that determination. Because of this reason, they say that there is nothing more than this. So that is the point. Next, Pushpitam Vacham. Pushpitam Vishalataam Iva Apatataha Ramaniyam. Uh, so the word comes here is Pushpitam Vacham. So how do they say? They speak very flowery language. So they are very much attracted to the flowery words of Vedas. What is flowery words? Pushtam Vacham. So Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur says it's just like a poisonous creeper. Vishalatam Iva. So just like a poisonous creeper may look beautiful at a glance, but after all, it is poisonous. So Vishlatam eva apatataha ramaniyam. It may look beautiful, but there is no point in uh, embracing or uh, consuming that Vishalata, that poisonous creeper. So, so similarly, they have such flowery words, or Vedas may contain such words, but they are like Vishalata. If we uh, take them in a very literal sense or get enamored by them, then that will destroy our spiritual life. So, as we discussed in the last session, that these words, these flowery words, have been given in Vedic literatures to promote gradual detachment from all these activities. So, it is accepted that conditioned souls do have material desires and they are attached to so many things, endless things, and it may not be possible for most of them to immediately give up these material desires, and that is why just like a drunkard has been advised by a doctor to give up alcohol consumption by gradually reducing its quantity. So that in that way, this flowery verse also encourage people to uh, perform these activities so that they will be going to heaven. They will be enjoying material life in so many ways. But that is not the actual purpose of the Vedas. So if one does not understand Veda under proper guidance, then he may get bewildered. His intelligence may get bewildered in multi branches, and instead of coming to Nishkam Karma Yoga or Bhakti Yoga, he will be just uh, cultivating all these material desires on the name of following Vedas. Next, Pravadanti. Prakarshena sarvatha prakrishta iyam eva vedbag iti ye vadanti. तेषां तया वाचा अपहृत चेतसांच व्यवसायत्मका बुद्धिर न विधीयते इति तृतीयेन अन्वयः. Prakarshena, the word is pravadanti. Pravadanti means prakarshena sarvata prakrishtayam. So the followers of karma kanda or sakam karmis, they speak these flowery words. They so much promote these words, uh, prakarshana, that this is the topmost uh, purpose of the Vedas. So they uh, propagate such this idea that this is the ultimate goal of Vedas. So there may be detachment or performing tapasya, this and that, but the actual aim is to enjoy material life because they are foolish. That's why they do not come to a proper conclusion. For them, uh, all the tapasya or other forms of penances is all is also meant for attaining material life, just like demons, Hiranyakashipu and Ravana. So what they do? They perform great austerities, but what for? Just by performing austerities, they will get great material boons, and by this material boons, they will be having so much power, material power, and they will be having so many things to enjoy. So that is their mentality. So Ravan also studies Vedas. Hiranyakashipu also studied Vedas, but their conclusion is different. So even after studying Vedas, they say, yes, we will do everything, tapas and all these things. Ultimately, after all doing all these things, we have to enjoy material life as much as possible because that is the ultimate goal. This is their conclusion. And because of that, what happens? Tesham taya vacha aparita chetasam cha. And because of they speak such words, aparita chetasam, their intelligence has been uh, captured by these words. Aparita chetasam. Vyavasayaत्मक buddhir na vidiyase. So they do not attain the uh, resolution on the path of detachment or bhakti yoga. So they neither come to nishkam karma yoga nor bhakti yoga. It is Tritiyana Anvaya. So in the third verse, which is third verse from this verse, that is भोगेश्वर प्रसक्तानां तया अपृतचेतसां व्यवसायत्मिका बुद्धि समाधौ न विधीयते. So this is connected to the this third verse. That means uh, text number 44. That those are very much attached to uh, enjoying material life or opulent life, and because their intelligence has been bewildered, so they do not uh, get this vyavasatmika buddhi, determined intelligence, to the path of bhakti yoga or nishkam karma yoga and samadhana vidya. So they never achieve samadhi. So, what is samadhi here? Uh, Samadhi chitta ekagram parmeshware ekonmukhatvam. So they do not get single pointed attention to Parmeshwara, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Sri Krishna. So they do not turn toward Lord Krishna. So that is called Samadhi. So Samadhi means they should be attracted to Lord Krishna. But because they are so much attached to all this enjoying material life, opulent life, so they do not uh, come to the path of yoga. Samadhi basically means it is yoga. Next. तेषु तस्याः असंभवात् सा तेषु नोपदिश्यते इत्यर्थः. And because of such determined resolutions on the path of yoga is not possible for these foolish rascals. Sa teshu no upadishyate. So these particular uh, injunctions or these instructions which I'm speaking, Lord Krishna is speaking to Arjuna that whatever I'm instructing now, so these instructions are not meant for these foolish people. So, in other words, um he, Lord Krishna wanted Arjuna to understand that not not just there are two kinds of people. So there are Nishkam Karma yogis or Bhakti yogis, and there are Sakam Karmis or uh, followers of Karma Kanda. So uh, do not get bewildered by these Karma Kandi people. So uh, Arjuna might think that I'm performing this uh, my prescribed duty, but that will be sinful, and I will go to hell because of that. So to Lord Krishna, by explaining these words, these particular verses, he wants to convince Arjuna that uh, prescribed duties in and of itself are not wrong. There are people who are Nishkam Karma yogis or Bhakti yogis. So they also perform prescribed duties, but they are not attached to the results of those prescribed duties. So why not so much disturb at performing your prescribed duties? And if you are thinking that you will incur sin, so there is no possibility of such because it is yoga. What you may be afraid of, that is uh, karma kanda. Karma kanda people, because they do everything uh, just for attaining more and more material enjoyment. So, in other words, Lord Krishna uh, wants to convey the point to Arjuna that you are not attached to the results of material life. You are not interested in material enjoyment. I understand it. And because of that, this description does not apply to you. So you perform Nishkam Karma Yoga or Bhakti Yoga. So for that, you do not have to uh, give up your prescribed duty. So that is the point. Kimeti te tatha vadanti yatah avipashchitaha murkhaha. The word why avipashchitaha comes in the verse. So Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur explains that what does it mean? Avipashchita means fools, murkha. So this instruction that you perform your uh, duties properly, neha vikramanashoti, pratyavayona vidyate, salpamopasya dharmasya, trayate mahatavaya. So all these instructions are not meant for these foolish people. These people, they never come to the path of yoga, any yoga. They will simply just interested in such uh, material enjoyments. I'm so so I don't consider you one among them. So and you do not even think yourself as one of them. So just perform yoga as in the past many great personalities followed. Next, तत्र हेतु वेदेषु ये अर्थवादाः अक्षयं वै चातुर्मास्य याजिनः सुहृतं भवति अपाम सोमम् अमृता अभूमः इत्याद्याः अन्यत् ईश्वर तत्त्वं नास्ति इति प्रजल्पिनः. So one may question then, why are why are they foolish? They also study Veda, but why don't they come to this conclusion? What is the reason? In answer to that, Vedeshu artha ye arthavada. So in the Vedas, there are many eulogies about this attaining material opulences. Arthavada means statements containing praises or condemnation. So here particularly this Arthavada refers to those praises given in the Vedas that promotes material life or opulent life in heaven or in this material world. Anyway, so the examples have been given here. Akshayam vai chaturmasya yajina sukritam bhavati. So those who follow chaturmasya properly, they get punyas, akshayam punya. So they attain inexhaustible pious credits. So by that they can enjoy material life more and more. Apama soma amrita bhumaha. So we'll become immortal by this yajna, by drinking soma. So all these people, this karma kanda people, they think, oh, we can enjoy life eternally like this. So that's very good proposal. Hmm. And because of that, what do they say? Anyat Ishvara Tattvam Nasti. So there is uh, no need of any Ishvara here. There is no other, no need to even inquire about Ishvara or God or anything. Just by performing karmas, we will go to heaven, and Ishwar, uh, even if he exists, actually does not have any role in our life. And the only role he can have is to give more and more material facilities to us. So that's the only thing they conclude. And that's why it's said, "Iti prajalpina." So they keep speaking like this, prajalpina. And then now we will discuss 643. It's a very short one. Te kidrishim vacham pravadanti. So the question is then, how do they speak? What do they speak? जन्म कर्म फल प्रदायिनी भोगेश्वरी गतिम प्रति ये क्रिया विशेषाः तान बहु यथा स्यात् तथा लाति ददाति प्रतिपादयति तान्. So they in the Vedas there are so many flowery words, and these followers karma kanda they uh, again and again praise those flowery words. So what are those words? Janma karma phala pradayini. So these flowery words though gives promotes the good birth and karma phala. That they give the resultant actions of these prescribed duties, or in other words, they give bias credits. So there are some if you perform this karma, then the karma phal will be heaven. If you perform this godanam, then there will be karma phal. This karma phala, this result will be there. So they get attached to such karma phala, and these words or these flowery words promote all these things. Bhog Aishwarya Gatim Prati. So, in essence, they promote all sorts of opulence and material enjoyments. ये क्रिया विशेषाः तान बहु यथा स्यात् तथा लाति ददाति प्रतिपादयति. So, what they establish again and again is that all these flowery words that promote good birth and you know, good resultant good result of the prescribed duties that promote opulent material life, and uh, to achieve that whatever uh, kriyaha, whatever actions are recommended in Vedas, so they praise those actions that we should perform this karma properly so that we will attain this material life, or material opulent material life. So that is the point. So we have already concluded this Vishwanath Chakra Thakur's commentary. So I will stop here. Uh, if there is question, we can take, or if not, then we can stop here. Okay, we'll stop here. वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः. श्रीमद् भगवद गीता यज्ञ की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय. हरे कृष्ण. Thank you.